toys. We have toys. Oh.
We have really expensive toys. I mean, they're not really expensive, they're only expensive, not really expensive.
Still updating?
Yeah. We just bought a new camera, this one, and...
Updated. Hey!
And it was updating the firmware on the battery handle. The camera was updating the firmware on the battery, on the external battery. This is 2025, and we are probably 4 to 5 years away from being slaves to robots. So yeah, a camera updating the firmware on a external battery, it's something that robots should do. We're gonna take the subway for 2 stations down to Central, and then we'll take a boat to Lamma Island. That's a very nice island, some 25 minutes by boat ride from Central. And we're gonna take you along for the ride.
Five reasons why I like Hong Kong. First, it's vibrant. It's super vibrant, it's noisy, but it's in some places it's peaceful at the same time, which is quite nice. It's clean, it's very clean, it's very safe. Third, it has this, I don't know how to describe it, but everything seems to work here. You know, from the transport system to the taxis, to the way you pay for things, to just your day-to-day life. That's 3. 4, the people. They are actually very nice and very warm and welcoming. They strike conversations with you, they invite you to do stuff with them. It's actually quite lovely, as my husband would say. And last but not least, you have everything in one place, right? So you have the skyscrapers, the amazing skyline in Victoria Harbour, you will see it in a bit. And you have also the nature with the beaches, with the trails, with the snakes, and the mini lizards and everything. So there we go. 5 reasons why to visit Hong Kong.
Hong Kong has a bunch of outlying islands. I think it's 4 larger ones and a few, maybe up to a dozen smaller islands. They are all connected through a ferry system. As you can see, first ferry number 3. I'm not sure how that goes. So this is the first ferry number 3. I wonder what happened with first ferry number 1 and first ferry number 2. And inadvertently, I made a number 1 and number 2 joke. Sorry, YouTube. First ferry number 3. And it should leave in a few minutes to Lamma Island. That's where we're going. I don't want to spoil anything for you because there is a second part of this video and a third part and a fourth part, and I don't even know how many parts of this video we will put up on YouTube. But right across this length of water, right across the Victoria Harbour, lies Kowloon, this other part of Hong Kong, and we will visit it together soon. This is the boat. It is pretty crowded because it's a weekend. We're filming this on a Saturday, and a lot of people are traveling to the islands. You excited about going to Lamma?
Yes, I am, but I'm hungry as well. So first I'm excited to get to Lamma Express and eat some pizza, very good pizza in Hong Kong. And second, I'm excited to see again the little fishing village. Yushwenwan. He's mimicking the words because I forgot what it's called. I actually never knew what it's called. It's a very nice little village with no cars, full of people selling stuff and with outdoor eateries. And there are these little pathways that you can walk on, and they lead you to the beach, which is quite nice. It's a very nice and small beach that has an interesting view to the power plant.
She's camera shy.
No, it's because I'm used to, when I was doing camera, I think when I was back in journalism, each time I was on camera, I was ending what I was saying with thank you, goodbye, but in Romanian, of course.
Yeah.
So,
And this
I don't
is
know, it's-
10 years later, and she's still
I'm still doing it, yeah.
right. Guys, this is the Yusheng village ferry point on Lamma Island. This is a first glimpse into Lamma, an outlying island of Hong Kong, some 25 minutes by boat ride from Central. It is a fishing village, maybe 5,000 locals, lots of bikes, because there are precisely 0 cars on Lamma Island. Here's Alexandra.
Here's Ioan.
She had an unfortunate experience on the boat trip over, a bit of seasickness.
I don't do boats.
She doesn't do boats, although I think it's the first time that this happened to you.
Yeah.
Very interesting local history. During the Second World War and Japan's occupation of South China and Hong Kong, there's like a legend of sorts saying that the Japanese army, they flew in poisonous snakes onto this island and used the snakes to scare away the population, right, the inhabitants. But well, we are in South Asia, Southeastern Asia, so people are not necessarily scared of snakes. They've seen them before. And now, this island, this particular island, has a very large population of, reptiles. And I recall that in 2017, we were having some beers at one of the eateries right here on the shore. And there was this guy there. And we got to talking, and he showed us some video on his phone of what appeared to be a 5 or even 6 meters python just crossing the path right next to his house on Lamma Island. This goes without saying, but we're from Bucharest. We don't have any pythons in Bucharest, right? There are precisely 0 large constrictor snakes in Bucharest. And that was impressive. And the guy was referring to this incident of sorts like a daily occurrence. Hey, I just met Mike. Who's Mike? Mike, that's the name of the python that, you know.
There's no cars, lots of eateries, and then you have these small shops that sell, well, basically everything. And I remember that one time we had to come from the main island, from Hong Kong to Lamma Island, and go into Lamma or Lamma Express, and go into one of these small shops here to buy a bar of soap. because we couldn't find anywhere in Hong Kong, like hard soap, not the liquid one. Ooh! Okay, so Llama Express has upgraded it a little bit. We know this place since many, many years ago when we first came here. And it was just one or two plastic tables with a eatery inside, and that was it.
And they
But how
upgraded
cool
the
it is
prices
now to
also.
have like these stand-up tables in the bar. Very cute.
So this is my setup for eating at this pizza place. On the left hand side of your screen, there is a Tsingtao beer, my favorite beer in China and Hong Kong. Let's not get into politics. On your right hand side, a can of Coke, and on your rightmost hand side, I think it's 250 Hong Kong dollars. And in front of you, in this empty chair, Alexandra will be there soon enough.
Is this for me?
This is for beer and sodas for you.
Oh, so it's not for me to bargain at the night market?
This is not for you to bargain at the night market.
Oh.
A bit of foreshadowing, she's going to bargain at a night market. I do have some extra cash with me for you to bargain at a night market.
Oh, okay.
This is for beers again,
Beers
and
Coke. Okay, got it,
and
got it.
sodas.
Okay, got it.
I just realized that we paid 15 Hong Kong dollars for these two drinks here. A can of beer, delicious beer, and a can of regular Coke. 15 Hong Kong dollars equals, amounts to maybe €1.5 or $2, 2 American dollars. €1.5 for a can of beer and a can of Coke. I have a lot of people always telling me that Hong Kong is so expensive. And yes, Hong Kong is very, very expensive. When it comes to renting places, when it comes to buying property, when it comes to owning cars. But if you take a ferry boat 25 minutes to this island, you can enjoy Tsingtao beers for 70 US cents or 60 freedom euros. Oh, it's the other way around, right? It's 60 euro cents or 70 freedom cents. We're not supposed. Yeah, I
US
think
dollars?
I think we're supposed to refer to anything American as being freedom. If you're ever in Hong Kong, and you should be in Hong Kong at some point, pretty please do yourself a favor, come to this place on Lamma Island, enjoy the very nice pizzas.
Llama Express.
Llama Express. They didn't sponsor us in any ways. Nobody actually sponsors us. There's just a bunch. It's like 7 people watching our videos. As you can imagine, no one sponsors this. We are, of course, but Llama Express. We really enjoy it here. The beer is cheap and very, very nice, and it's cold. And the pizzas, we are going to show you the pizzas in 3, 2, 1. Pizzas.
Very good pizzas in Hong Kong.
These are pepperoni pies. They cost 130 Hong Kong dollars each. That's about cheap.
20.
It is about 10 euros.
10.
No, I'm really, this is girl math. It is maybe 14 euros. 14 euros, that's a decent amount of euros to spend on pizzas. And I just made a decision. Moving forward, we will not try to convert local currencies to US dollar anymore. We will only do conversions to euro and Romanian lei. This is a very obscure currency for you guys, but it is our national currency. We don't want to encourage people using United States dollars. One of the immensely misleading things about Hong Kong is the weather forecast. It's the 21st of June, I think. I'm not sure about the date. And during the summer months, May to September, there's supposed to be a lot of rain, right? It should rain buckets here. It should rain cats and dogs and other household pets. It should rain bunnies and the little parrots. I'm not sure what they called. But as you can clearly see, there's not a single cloud in the sky. And it's 30 degrees in the shade with a real feel of maybe 36, 37 because of the humidity. And walking is a challenge in itself. But nevertheless, we are walking to this beach. It's a 15 minutes walk to a nice and sandy beach right next to a power plant that powers the entirety of Hong Kong. We've been to this beach before, but this is true for many places in Hong Kong. We've been to most places in Hong Kong before, like a lot of times. This is not our first rodeo. This is like rodeo number 12 or something. Ooh. I get that we don't talk too much in these videos about some of the people that inspired us to do this vlogging thing. I know we suck at it, so they should take credit for it. But one of the people that we watch all the time is Ken Abroad. I'm not sure if you know him, if you know of him. Anyway, we are going to link his channel in the description of this video, which sounds very, very funny because he's, I don't know, watched by millions of people. Anyway, he has this very nice catchphrase in the beginning of his videos. He gives a very brief presentation of where he is, and then he invites people to come along for the ride, right? So join me if you'd like, or something like that. Feel free to join, right? So we are now as far away as humanly possible from any type of shade, walking towards a beach on Lamma Island, some 25 minutes by boat ride from Hong Kong Central. And as that guy would say, feel free to join. Again, some more unexpected trivia. See this fence right here? At one point, it was full of posters of missing cats and small dogs. It was probably due by, I don't know, people letting their cats and dogs roam free in their backyards or something. But there was reasonable suspicion that some of the larger reptiles that inhabit this island, such as reticulated pythons or Burmese pythons, I'm not sure what kind of pythons live here. Maybe they, eat the cats and the dogs, but I'm sure that wasn't the case.
Few moments later.
only once in our many visits to Hong Kong have we rode the Peak Tram up to Victoria Peak. It's usually incredibly crowded, kind of expensive. You pay like 80, 70 something, 80 Hong Kong dollars for a one-way ticket. We are going to try it out nevertheless. Yeah, there is a bit of a queue here. Oh wow. Anyway, this is attempt number 1 to take the Peak Tram up to the peak. And I'm afraid that attempt number 1 is going to fail. There is a bit of a queue here and we need to buy tickets. And there is, well, there are people coming in from like all over the place. I'm not sure if they're buying the tickets or if they're queuing to ride the tram. There's a special priority line. We don't do that. Yeah, so again, this is us deciding in Romania if we are going to queue for the Peak Tram.
But I think Monday it's gonna be a better.
So this is a hard no. Yeah, it's Saturday. It's Saturday, 7 p.m. ish, and a lot of people are queuing up to. Oh my God!
Yeah, that's a hard no.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
We are going to try again on Monday.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
we'll
if
have
not,
some.
you'll have to see stock footage of the tram, and we'll go by bus.
Yeah, I mean, we usually go by bus to the peak, and there is a lot of stock footage of the Peak Tram.
Yeah.